All right on time as usual. See my Twilight Zone shirt, huh? Yeah, it's a nice one, huh? Mrs. Buzz got that for me for my birthday. I was looking for something. I was looking for some pictures. Um, Me and somebody else had a conversation not long ago about how I went ice fishing, and there was a time where I went ice fishing with me and my buddy, and I've got a picture of his fish. He's passed away since, unfortunately. One of my best friends growing up, and an article written about us too about this adventure. And I'll have it for next I have for next week. I have to find it. I have probably 30 photo albums. So what do you guys do with your albums? Like, do you have a bunch of photo albums? Have you copied them all into the cloud, or what have you done with them? Or are they just sitting there? Um, it's a good question. All right, there's Gary. We got live chat on, right, Noreen? Hey, Keith, you have no thumbs? Well, you can always use your toes. Hey, Carl. Oh, you're in the car. Okay. Hey, Carl. Scott. Hey, I'm hoping to be in the garage one of these days soon, but we just had another ice, snow, whatever you want to call it, storm tonight. The edges of Cleveland all the way up to Port Clinton got it. I think Wisconsin's getting hit up in Green Bay. They're getting killed too. It's not too bad out here, less than an inch. I mean, like half inch, quarter inch, but kind of an icy drizzle stuff. Um, what's for dinner, Scott? Just ate, and we just had the rotisserie chicken from Sam's Club. That I went Friday. Only spent $51. That's not bad, huh? Two chickens, um, cauliflower, cucumbers, tomatoes, chicken thighs again, because I'll make those tomorrow for the Super Bowl. Um, we just really like those. Just put them in a pan, line the pan with foil. I put them on the little grates, and then I put those out there, and I put some of my special stuff on, and the barbecue sauce that I use, and they turn out great. 450-degree oven for around a half hour. Get them up to temp, and turns out really good. So tonight it was that, and we had egg rolls. I found Mrs. Buzz some gluten-free egg rolls, and she was happy about that. And so we had some egg rolls tonight as well. So I'm done. I'm full, and now I'm with you guys. Hey, Rich, how you doing? Playing Fun 42. Julie Joyce, how you doing? Dave, 280 zone. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Well, yeah, 22 thumbs we got. Let's see. That's two, right? I got 20 on top of that. Sherry M, how you doing? George from 96 South Carolina. Where is that? Kathy N, Middle Age Grind Ross, how you doing? I turned over the calendar. You see the calendar? It's on February now. Uh-huh. Your weekender. How are you doing? Wayne County checking in with rain and ice at 32 degrees. That's right. You got a cat? Okay. I don't know where our orange one took off to. Photos are in a plastic box under the bed. Yeah, Bill. We got a bunch of, I don't know what to do. I've put a bunch of them on the cloud already. You just take your phone or whatever camera and take a picture of it, clean it up, and then I don't keep it on some I keep on my phone, but the rest of them I upload. But gosh, I got so many pictures. I don't know what to do. Maybe I might have to take them in and hire somebody to do that. I don't know. Not sure what to do, but I'd like to keep them um, somewhere where I guess my daughter can get to them. What's she going to do with 30 albums? What's she going to do with them, right? So I hate to have them lost forever. My aunt's the same way. My aunt has just tons of pictures. I don't know if she's put any in the cloud or not. Brian, how you doing? How you feeling, Brian? You should be getting pretty good now, huh? Best intentions. We'll get the pictures uploaded soon. Yeah, that's what we all say, right? You have a photo book and a negative book. Yeah, Steve, the negatives too, that's easier to hold on to, right? Um, it doesn't take up as much space, but um, I know the old Kodak. Remember when Kodak, you take them to Kodak, the photomat store, and you would get the pictures and then the negatives behind it and the little white envelopes, I think. Um, I still have a lot of those too, but the cell phone, well, not was it cell? Yeah, the regular. We had an Olympus camera, 7 megapixel camera, and of course, there's no negatives with that. But we were printing them out or having them sent to Walmart or somewhere, I can't remember where, and having a lot of pictures printed out when the kids were growing up. But it's just there's so many. I don't know what to do with them all. Hey Gary and Rich, we're getting ice in Philly tonight. Oh boy. Hopefully that we're going to get the some good weather here soon. Falcons versus Browns tomorrow in the big game. No, guess not. 82 here in Alabama. Boy, that must be nice. Alton, how you doing? Yorktown. Jeff, 4 to 5 inches in Burlington, Vermont. Oh gosh, I don't know how you guys do it up there. I cold, blustery, snow. Hey, Chris. You love getting the rotisserie chicken after I made creamy chicken noodle soup. Yeah, those for $5. I mean, yeah, I know they pump them full of crap and stuff, but for $5, we've been eating those for years and years. We're still alive, so Nebraska, Bill Green, how you doing? You had 1 inch of snow in Wisconsin. Yeah, I saw Green Bay had quite a bit. They had that on the one of the new weather channels, not the weather channel, but another channel. There was a guy slipping and sliding out by the stadium by Lambeau Field, the frozen tundra. Hey, Susan B. 75 and sunny today. All right, Keith, just keep rubbing it in. Peter, we had chicken fried rice on my flat top Blackstone. You know, Peter, I was thinking, I don't want to just a flat. I have a smoker, right? Where I do most of my stuff, but I was thinking about getting a cheap gas grill. And I had one before, and it was a combination smoker, gas grill, charcoal. It was a big sucker. I got rid of that a couple years ago, and I'm looking just for a small uh, propane grill. And Mrs. Buzz said, "Well, why don't you get one of those Blackstones?" And I'm like, "Well, I don't want to cook everything on a Blackstone, so I was looking for a combo grill Blackstone, but not too big. Have you ever heard of those? Anybody know where any are at? I saw one maybe at Lowe's, I think. I have to ask Captain Billy. Wait, he's Menards, right? Where is Captain Billy and Katie tonight? I haven't seen either one of them. Yeah, awesome on the calendar, huh? That's a nice calendar. Hey, sunshine. Stuart Flip Flops, how you doing? Vish, how are you doing, Vish? What's your weather like today? To continue the prior theme, 24 eggs at Sam's 824. That's pretty good. I didn't buy eggs because we still had about 9 eggs. Counted them before we went Friday, and we ate 3 today. So we still have a few left. And I was at Mark's the other day too, and the prices didn't seem too bad. Now I usually get the more organic type, and I'll pay. So maybe I'll have to step down and just get some regular chicken eggs. George is back from Florida. Have the kids scan them if they want them. Yeah, my daughter's. Yeah, she probably could, but yeah, I'm retired. I should be doing it, right? Hey, Bill, how you doing? I miss anybody? Lynn, Bill Green, good idea about the hard drive. Dennis, still hard to throw them away. I'm not throwing them away. You're going back to work, Brian? You're 75%. Why can't you? Yeah, I was going to say, I wish you could stay home a little longer. Hey, Karen from Michigan. Put your pics on an external hard drive. Yeah, but putting them in the cloud's just as good as long as everybody has the passwords. Oh, there's Katie. How you doing? Yeah, as long as everybody has the passwords in the family, that works out. Then you don't have to worry about a hard drive failing or anything like that. Everything's so complicated anymore. 70 in South Carolina. Yeah, you guys just keep rubbing it in. Yeah, you too, Noreen. You just keep rubbing it in. Filet mignon for dinner. Made it in the air fryer. Best way. Filet mignon is the best cut of meat. I haven't had any in a long time. Um, I just can't pull the trigger on it. I just can't. It's just so damn expensive. Um, Middle aged, I'll give you a call one day and go over homeowners insurance. California is unique. Yeah. Why don't you just do a video? You guys should check out Middle Age Grind and why don't you, Ross? Why don't you do a video on it? If you haven't already, I know I'm one behind on your videos, and I'm one behind on a couple people's right now. I did get to see Steve's retirement corner's Cowbell Tuesday. I caught up to that one, but I'm still behind on a couple. Central Florida in the winter sounds good. It sure does. I was just thinking about that today. And you did a strip steak. Yeah, strip steaks are good too. You have a Blackstone half grill. Oh, good. What Scott from South Carolina, what brand did you get? And do you like it? Keep moving. I know it sounds terrible, but when I painted my closet, had to take everything out of it and found tons of photos and I've thrown. Oh man. Yeah, I know that nobody wants them, but since I'm such a history nut, um, I just can't part with the history, especially when it's your own family. It's hard for me to get rid of that kind of stuff. Walmart stalls the Blackstone, but the combo. Do they have the combo? Twin Cities, St. Paul got 5 inches. So I'd like a Blackstone. I think we'd use it more than a regular grill. I don't know. I'm old school. What can you do on a Blackstone that you can't do on your stove? I mean, the good part about it is, and I know Jim's not on here. I haven't seen him yet, but I know Jim. Oh, he went to a church Valentine's Day dinner, early Valentine's Day dinner. Jim, the retired life, but he has one, and he's got videos where he's cooking on it. But I'm like, in the summertime, that's great because you don't have to use your stove. But I don't really understand why that's better than just cooking on your on a fry pan in your kitchen. I don't know. I guess if I ever get one, I'll find out. New England, Frank, how you doing? Brenda, you went down visiting your mother at Lake's Entrance. I don't know where that's at, but I'll look it up. I'll have to Google Earth that one. Breezy and 82 in my part of Texas. Boy, you guys all have good weather. Eggs were 250 at Aldi in Georgia yesterday. Limit two. Yeah, that's limit two is something you can go in there, buy two, and then leave, and then come back in, buy another two. And I always find that funny when they say limit something. Can I even tell them? I said, I'm just going to walk out, come back in. What are you going to do? You going to stop me? It's like I'm a new customer. And I'm not saying I would always do that, but I have done that in the past because I want to get something, and it's like, why are you trying to limit me? I mean, that's just, especially on an item that's not a hot item and they think it is. I don't know. Is everybody in line getting eggs like Pokemon cards or something? I just don't see that. But what do I know? You like my old style Coke glass? It's a little vintage green glass. Probably not vintage, but it's older than when did we get those? Probably 20 years ago. 250. Yeah, that is a good price. Tonight I'm cooking curried chicken, potatoes, and rice. Smells good. Chief brand Trinidad curry is the best. Okay. Yeah, Steve, Mrs. Buzz letting you raise chickens. I brought that up a year ago. And I said, when I retired, I want to do bees and chickens. I thought those would be two things. I could sell the honey, I could sell the eggs, and she was like, it's a lot of work and there's coyotes. And I said, the guy right over there's got chickens. You can see him. He's got a pen for him. I just go talk to him and I'd make up something like he's got. She wasn't a big fan. And of course, my first summer off, right? I had other things to do, so I didn't get into it. But this summer, I might do chickens. I might grab some. Of course, probably everybody knows that they're pricing their chickens probably quadruple now. Certainly better than up north. Hey, repairs rules. How you doing? You'll do that. Okay, good. Retired 2019. Go Chiefs. I'm kind of I like Philadelphia and but I like certain aspects of Kansas City. So I think I'm going Philadelphia. Um, I just think it's time. It's time. It's time for them to win. Or did they play? I didn't even know that. I thought they played 2 years ago, and I thought it was longer than that. But someone said one of the sportscasters I was watching said it was 2 years ago that they played Kansas City and lost. So Philadelphia with that running back, um, they should probably win. I really think they have a great chance. And their quarterbacks, he's a number one quarterback too. So I got a feeling that they can win. Just it's up to their defense. They can hold Mahomes, they can win. Uh Trying a new way to cook steak, rubbing seasoning in with a little olive oil, 4 minutes on both sides, then move them to the cool. You could try that, Keith. There's nothing wrong with that. If it doesn't work out, just put them in the mail to me and I'll eat them for you. New York, my New York is the air fryer right now. Oh, it's in the air fryer. Okay. Saturday night already. Where'd the week go? Joseph, I tell you what, the days fly. I mean, especially this week. Even in retirement, it's like, it just goes. It's amazing, you know. Trey Prentice, how you doing? Hey, thanks, Noreen. Middle age grind. He's not an old guy like me, but he's got some pretty good content. Oh, Gary, Steve did the cowbell for you on Tuesday. Yeah, I didn't catch all the different people. I think there was one name I recognized. Um, I think, but what did I comment on his channel? I said something. Oh, he put down 2024. Jim had to correct him on something, and I told him I did the same thing. I took Mrs. Buzz's. I bought her a birthday card, like in January, and gave it to her because her birthday was this month. And I wrote some stuff on it, and then I wrote 2024. And she goes, you wrote 2024. And I said, I did. So I felt just like Steve. It might take me a while to catch up that, hey, it's 2025. Jay, you're not late. You're fine. You're not late. We give everybody a few minutes. So you got under the 15-minute mark, so you're still good. We used our Blackstone a ton until we got our air fryer. The grilled vegetables are great on a Blackstone. Yeah, see, I don't grill a lot of vegetables, and maybe that's why. I don't know. Olive oil usage is healthy. Yep, olive oils. We have grapeseed oil because grapeseed oil, I think the what do they call it? The boiling point or hot point is higher than olive oil. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think so. So there's times we'll use grapeseed oil, and then we have some exotic. And I keep all my oils in bottles. I don't like plastic. I'm just weird like that. So all my olive oils, or ours, I should say, grapeseed oils, anything that's going to sit in the cupboard for a while, it's got to be in a bottle. It can't be in plastic. Vicky West, you stopped by, huh? With the chat is. Oh, come on, Vicky. You're just like Mrs. Buzz. She's like, well, why are these guys banging into each other? I said, it's football. She said, it doesn't make sense. I said, yeah, it does. We used our Blackstone a ton. Yeah. A problem with our air fryer is it's too small. I mean, it's a big hunk of crap that sits on the thing, and then you just got a little basket in there. And it's like, I saw the Ninja one on sale at Sam's, and it was really deep. It was like this, but it was deep. so you could put a lot of stuff in a layer. And it was $50 off, but we ended up not buying it. Buzz, what are you going to bring to Roman? Nothing, Katie, nothing. Valentine's Day, we don't celebrate. She put her Valentine's Day flag outside. But other than that, we don't celebrate it. Remember, her birthday was just not long ago. So she still got some flowers that my daughter brought her. So that'll tide her over. And she certainly doesn't need any candy. Did I say that out loud? No, I did actually buy her some Mounds bars. The small, I think it's like a package like this, real small. I got her those, so I'm covered. What Super Bowl snacks are you having? Just the thighs, chicken thighs. That's probably it. Nothing fancy. Heck, this year I might even be asleep before it's over. I'm not sure. Yes, I'm on live chat. I'm just behind to limit the eggs so others can take advantage of the low price. Yeah, I know that. I know that. I understand that. People in America go crazy whenever it's low. Yeah, I know. You have a nice property for chickens. I should. I really should. I'll talk to that neighbor this spring or summer, and I'll see. It can't be that difficult. Um, but what do I know? So I'll have to look at it. Bees would be cool. My neighbor just started 2 summers ago. He gave me a jar of honey. That would be interesting. And what got me thinking about that was Sam's Club actually had a beekeeper starter kit. It came with a helmet, or a hat, the thing down there, some gloves, and uh, a smoker or something. And I don't know. It came with a bunch of stuff, and it was on sale. And I called. This was a couple years ago, and I called Mrs. Buzz, and I said, "Hey, this beekeeper kit's on sale." And she goes, "Keep walking. Just keep walking." Uh, your cats will love the chickens. Yeah, I'll bet they would. Homegrown eggs are amazing. And my brother was saying that my niece, they have chickens, and she says they keep them, like they get them and they're all dirty and everything, and they keep them that way because you're not supposed to clean them until you eat them. And my brother can't. Well, maybe his wife. I'm not sure. One of them can't stand that. They don't like the. Maybe I shouldn't be saying this, but they don't like the way they're dirty while they're sitting there. So I don't know if that's what everybody does with their chickens. I'm not sure. A little snowstorm. Okay. My dad had chickens when he retired. Wasn't too bad to handle. Eggs were great. Okay. Did you hear about the 100 worth of eggs? Yeah, I did hear about that. They stole cats, not. Yeah, I know what you meant. Don't buy anything you have to feed. Yeah, I know. That's CP. That's a problem. My what was my last, let's see, home products. Where was pet products was, you probably can't see it, but pet products was 200. uh, is it on there? Yeah, 232 for pet products. Let me see, get this over this way. Pet products 232. So now if I get chickens, how much will that go up, right? But at least I'll get a reward back from them, where I don't get a reward back from birds and cats, technically. Okay, where'd we go here? Uh, Chiefs, Mr. Buzz. Huh? Okay. I'm leaning towards the Eagles this year. Only because, what's really cool. If you guys, I don't know if you, I have HBO with my cable, so they give you HBO for free. And they have the Hard Knocks. It's a show about the preseason and in the season football, and they'll pick a team, and they pick the Giants. And the Giants owner and the GM were kind of PO'd that their star running back, Barkley, was going to get an offer. They thought he was going to stay with the team. They gave him a big offer, and then Philadelphia gave him a huge offer, which they couldn't match. And the owner, I forget his name, but the owner of the Giants was really PO'd that he was going to lose Barkley. And I think maybe behind the scenes, they were kind of like, man, we can't lose him. But then they thought, well, he's been injured before. Maybe he won't be as good. And look what he does this year. Unbelievable. Just totally unbelievable. Weber Q series has split grills, and you can buy a cast iron grill insert. Oh, okay. But as soon as you say Weber, James, all I see is money. I was at Home Depot, and they got a Weber next to this. It's an $800 grill, so they say, and it was on sale for $400. But it wasn't anything I wanted. It had like a little pizza oven in it or something. It was something weird. And you had to plug it in. And I'm not sure what it was, and the Weber was just this plain, like 3 burner, and it was $800 just for that. And I'm like, holy cow! I mean, Weber's a big name. Is it worth, is it worth the money? I don't know. The blue bug is hitting the Eagles. Ooh, that's not good, Jay Bags. $297 for expert grill and griddle at okay. The expert grill. I'll have to look into that. I'll do it more towards the spring. I don't need to deal with it right now. I got enough going on, but that's something I want to look at in the spring. Go Bills. Yeah, there's always next year. Hey, at least your quarterback got the, what do you got, MVP or something over Lamar? A lot of controversy over that, too. I probably would have went Lamar, but I'm glad he got it, too. I have a bet on DraftKings that I placed in October for Chiefs to win. Oh, boy. Yeah, I hope you win it. I hope you do. 45 weeks to retirement, no name. Not that you're counting them down, are you? You have 20 chickens, yeah. And a little bit of maintenance required to keep them healthy and occasionally have to call the sick ones. Yeah. Link to Steve's channel. Cool. Smoke Point. Smoke Point, that's right. The Smoke Point for grapeseed versus is grapeseed higher, the Smoke Point higher? Yeah, but who's counting? You are, no name. You're gonna love it. Flashpoint. Flashpoint? Okay, Ronald. Smoke Point, Flashpoint. They're the same. I'm going to be 70 in May. I guess I'll be vintage too. Hey, Peter. 70 is the new 40 now, right? Or something like that. I buy Terra olive oil at Walmart, $14.99. Okay. That's $14.99 for 32 ounces. That doesn't seem too bad. I'm trying to think what we were paying for it at Sam's Club. It's probably the same thing, but they have a plastic bottle, but then they have these smaller ones. I think they were 16. They were only 16 ounces, though, I think. 31 in North Central Indiana. Cindy, how you doing? I told my manager June 6th last year, still working. Well, hopefully your manager took care of you. How was the Home and Flower show? It was good. You know me, I go talking to the vendors and they try to get you, and I'll talk to them, and I'll kind of screw with them a little bit too. But I was with, of course, my daughter and her husband and my wife, and they're constantly all the way down here because I'm still BSing with these people. I have a good time just BSing, and the gardens were cool, and it was just nice seeing a touch of spring because we've had so much snow and cold in Cleveland this year. It's been kind of really dreary but now with the light, we're getting more daylight. We're getting the temperatures are up a little bit. At least they're not into the teens. They're getting into the 25, 30 degrees. So I can handle that. Last time I was 1986 Bears Super Bowl. That was probably with McMahon and the Fridge, right? Yeah, Peter is a classic. No name, 12 days left for me. That's right, Vish. You're getting there. Learn about the plastic bottle. Yeah, plastic bottles aren't good. My boss was working until he died at 80. The company that I left, one of the guys is 80 years old, and he's still, you would think he's about 60, the way he moves around and stuff. You just wouldn't believe it. You have the air fryer oven style. I had the basket kind, which I like too, but yeah, right. Chris, I think you're right. I think that's better than the basket type. And I wish in hindsight that we would have held out and just bought something different, but we don't use it that much to have to worry about it. So, I mean, we use it maybe once a month, so not that much really. Now, in the winter or the winter time, we don't mind turning the oven on. It's just in the summer when you have the air on, that's when we go to the air fryer or the Instapot, or I'm cooking outside. So we just don't want to turn the oven on in the summer. So Trey is looking for a new job. Cindy Franklin in here. Valentine's Day tulips and Fannie Mae. With you have the address. Oh boy, tulips and Fannie Mae dark chocolate vanilla buttercreams. Oh boy. Uh, Mounds bars count. Uh, you received a book about chocolate one year. I always do my standard for Super Bowl: pork, steaks, and brats. Okay. My son sold his chickens so we don't get the free eggs. Oh, that was bad timing. Get rid of the cats and get chickens. Ah, we can make them get along. Don't wash if you want to water glass your eggs. I don't know what that means. In the spring, Tractor Supply is chicks. I saw them. I saw them this spring for the first time. There is a thin coating on eggs so you can keep them room temperature. Oh, if you rinse them, they got to be refrigerated. Okay, I got you. 22 bucks a month for Purina feed. Julie Joyce, that's not bad, huh? Well, if you eat more than $22 worth of eggs, I guess it's pretty good. Your daughter has, and she's crazy about them, but they're easy prey and only produce a few years. Oh, really? Yeah. See, I'm going to have to really study it and um, find out all the ins and outs. Like I said, I got a neighbor doing it, so I just haven't. He's kind of crossed over there, and I haven't seen him lately. Um, but he's been doing it for a few years, so I need to really sit down and talk to him. Maybe we'll even do a video together. During the warm weather, chickens can find their own food. Use a chicken tractor, rotate them around. Captain Billy, he's here. Invest in eggs. Yeah, there is a stock that is that is tied to eggs. What is it called? Mm-mm-mm. I'll have to look that one up. That's not Calmaine, is it? Calmaine, is that the stock? Scott from South Carolina. Which one am I thinking of? Is it Calmaine? $20 late fee for Captain Billy. Oh yeah, absolutely. Did you just wake up, Captain Billy, or what? I buy pasteurized cage-free eggs. Should I put them in the fridge, or is it okay to leave them on the counter? I always refrigerate mine regardless. So if I get them from the store, they're in the refrigerator. Weber's a nice grill. It sure is. Just Mike's take. I got on a little late. My take on the Super Bowl. I kind of want to see the Eagles win. However, I'd be happy if it's a good game and no bad game-changing calls. They had a interview with Brady, Tom Brady, and they also had one with another guy, a retired Philadelphia running back. I saw those two interviews, and they said they're making too much out of the ref thing, just the way it is. So I don't know if they're trying to protect the refs or what, but everybody makes mistakes, but this does seem to kind of go Kansas City's way a lot. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Captain Billy to the bridge. If you buy eggs in the store, yep, keep them in the fridge. Right. Pasteurized has to go in the fridge. Right. David Arnold. Pay attention to Captain Billy. When did you show up? I never even saw you. Going on 2 to 4 week vacation to Panama City Beach next week from Minnesota. Oh, that's going to be nice. Maybe I should go down there and see you, huh, old radio dude? We already did, and Captain Billy, that's it for the evening. That's right. You started collecting your Social Security, retired 2019 at 62. Weber makes a nice grill. Just buy in the off season when they're on sale. I bought mine for $335 originally. Yeah, I have to look around, but like I said, I'm not. I'm dumb because I should be buying it in the wintertime, but I'll buy it in the spring when it's all marked up because that's when I'm going to deal with it. Oh, you had to get the dishwasher from the top shelf, so you had to get the scissors lift. Okay. Yeah, that when they put those up on the top shelves at Menards, it gets tough. Walmart sells the Expert Grill for $97. Yeah, I'll see. I'm going to look around. A book about chocolate. That would be good as long as there's actual chocolates accompanying it. What's for dinner? Dan T. We already ate a Sam's Club rotisserie chicken. We had a gentleman working in our store. He was close to 80. He ran circles around the young people. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Yeah, just Mike's take. A friend of mine, he actually has a beer coworker that I used to work with. He had a beer can that said garage beer or something, and he wrote magic marker Buzz's retirement garage, and he sent me the picture, and I thought, man, that's really cool. And so I did the old AI on Chat GTP or GPT, yeah, and made up the bottle. I thought it was pretty cool. So we'll have to bottle that, right? I love when my local Agway received their chicks in the spring. Now, we don't have an Agway around here that I know about. You have to keep rotating new chickens. Oh, really? Okay. I follow what the boss repeatedly reminded. Cheap, no good. Good, good no cheap. I was watching the supporting. Yeah, Helen, I was just thinking about because you did this video about Helen can't imagine. You did a video about something in the cedar chest or the chest or something. I just saw the title, and I had to come in here to do this live, so I didn't get a chance to see that one. Shares of 2 egg producers, Calmaine, yeah, Calm and Vital Farms are up 87. Yeah, yeah. I was thinking Calmaine Foods, Calm. I was thinking of getting some of that a while back, and I said, nah, I'm not going to do it. And of course, that's just me. It's what I always do. I always late to the party. Get your wife. Oh, you got me in suspense now. The FTM22. How you doing? Pizza, chops, wings, and cookies for the Super Bowl. That's not bad. Anyone take a Route 66 trip? Nope, never did. Dozen eggs to raised on cab driver tips, so I've learned to be a good tipper. Oh, okay. It was 75 here in West Tennessee. Going to be wow. You guys keep rubbing it in. I'm telling you, we're getting this snow and ice crap today. And you guys all have good temperatures. Well, ours will be coming soon. I did long ago when I was young. I was standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. Wife is from Tucson. Hey, Reg, how you doing up in Calgary? I'm surprised you're still talking to me. Got some Canadians that are a little miffed at me because I'm an American. Well, we won't get into that. Got a nasty email from one of them. Like I did something, right? Whatever. Um, If 1,000 accounts, okay. Good question. Different breed of trick resistant to the flu. Yeah, I've heard that there's some issues with they get sick quite a bit. Happy birthday, Helen. How did I miss that? Where did I see? Whoa, 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 whoa. Where did I see her birthday? I didn't see that. Huh. What I missed there? Wife says there's nothing in Winslow, Arizona. I would bet there's not much over there. Okay, got all this up here. All right, so we're pretty much good with Philadelphia winning the Super Bowl, right? We're pretty much good that chickens might be an interesting endeavor, but it's going to take some work, right? Love most Americans, Buzz, not your current leaders. Hey, and I don't get into politics, but you are going to become our 51st state. It's just lay down, okay? Lay down. And we'll leave it at that. There is a pickup truck and statue of Jackson Brown in Winslow. Oh yeah, shady characters, Carl, huh? Yeah, she said it was 75. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like Buckeye Jen, I was thinking, when did her birthday? I didn't get that. I missed that somehow. That's right, Rich. Go Eagles. It won't ever happen. I know that, Rich. I know that. I know that. Everything, trust me, everything's going to work out. Just trust me on that. Everything will work out. But again, I won't get it. Maybe I should have a separate channel for politics or something, but not here. West Canada, 51st, East Canada. Rosanna Dana. That's right. Never mind. Ah, she was Gilda Radner was great too. That's too bad. Um, she passed early. Tired of seeing KC with the cheating refs. Hmm. Bud has the red phone to Elon. Well, I tell you what, that guy's something else. I just saw one of those memes that he's looking through a shade, the slits of a shade, and it says something like all the people that I just fired. How interesting is this that all the people I just fired are driving home in my car, the car that I made, something like that. Boy, it's some crazy stuff. But I tell you what, if they can find some savings for us, maybe the way they're going about it is kind of hokey. Maybe not. I don't know. But I tell you what, the place needs to be shook up a little bit. There's no doubt in my mind that the government needs to be shook up, and nobody's doing it. Neither side has been doing it. And I'm telling you what, they want to keep raising taxes. They want to, why should I go to tax man and state tax, sales tax? I mean, there's every single tax you can imagine. Even when I win the lottery, I got to pay a tax, right? So I hope they can save some money. I'm happy for Kareem Hunt. Yeah, Tim. Yep. Yeah, Kareem, he wasn't, the last time he played for us, he was a little bit slower. And I think, according to the running backs coach, I think he got a little lazy and he was a little lackadaisical and he wasn't trying as hard. That's my impression. And now that he's gotten his chance with Kansas City, he knows that he's got to perform and he's doing everything he can to perform. Sort of like Baker Mayfield. I mean, he just knew that when he got somewhere, he had to perform or else he's going to be out of the league. And he's really stepped it up. That's right. Gilda did pass from cancer. Scott on tape that goes to all the celebrity graves. I've seen a couple of different people that do that. The swamp needs an enema. Yeah, it needs something. Overspending. Yep. Well, it's just that both sides, and again, we're not going to get into politics, but both sides just don't do what they need to do as far as stopping the waste that's out there. They talk about it, and nobody, well, I can't see them actually doing something about it. And, it is frustrating. And if any of this USA aid thing is true, if any of it's true, it's just frustrating. So, you know, whatever, but it's frustrating. I just don't want to have to pay more of my taxes. Especially when I was working, man, we were paying, how much were we paying in taxes? I mean, it was just crazy. And just to see some of it just pissed away like that, it's just, it's amazing to me. And both sides are guilty of not doing anything about it. I hate to call it like that, but that's the way it is. Oh, I see. Not time yet. Who you got in the Super Bowl? Glenn Rambo? I'm thinking Philadelphia's going to do it. I'm not betting on anybody. Yeah, both sides. Didn't you already win a gift card, Captain Billy? He did, but he bought me a book. Don't forget. So he's cool. And I was just telling, I did a Thursday live because I felt like it, and Mike's. Geez, I erased his name. Mike. You're not on here, are you, Mike? Mike something. Geez, I forgot the name now. But he actually denied his gift card, and so we gave it away on Thursday, which I wasn't going to do a gift card on Thursday, and we ended up giving that away, and um, we had a winner there. Buzz for Ohio Senator. Yeah, my problem is I'm not calm enough. Like that guy that was outside uh, the Board of Education. And Maxine was up in his grill and the rest of the congressmen. I couldn't do that. I just could not do that. They would have me arrested and in chains and in the back of a police car probably in 60 seconds. And I don't care if you were Democrat or Republican, but if you got up in my face like that, I just couldn't be calm like him. I just couldn't do it. That's right. We do. That's right, Scott. That's true. My husband was paying taxes, stayed in two places, Maine and Massachusetts. Oh boy, that's tough. Yeah, big balls are on the job. That's right. Yeah, just Mike's take. That's the guy. Yeah, there you are, Mike. Yeah, I knew you were here. I just couldn't think of the name. But thank you, Mike, for we used that card on Thursday. Actually, we did two Saturday, and then we did the one on Thursday too. So, and we will do one today in about 2 minutes. So stick around for 2 minutes. And Mrs. Buzz picked the number again. So wait 2 more minutes. Power and money. That's true, Alton. The White House is a BS. Yeah. The Maxine is, yeah, well, everybody, they keep voting her in. So there must be something about her they like. But I felt so bad for that guy. Yeah, Buckeye, he could really take it, boy. I tell you, he was something. My husband built a chicken coop. He pulled it around the pasture with his truck, so they were free range. That's the best one tonight. I love that. All right, see you, Vicky. The White House is spreading. I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. The truth always comes out eventually. Eventually, we'll find out. Um, yeah, we'll find out. So to change the subject, like I said, Mrs. Buzz pick the number tonight for a $25 gift card. So why don't we do 0 to 100? Let's do it now and get this show on the road. Sue Bishop, you are late. Whoa, here they come. Fast and Furious. Remember, don't think like Buzz. You got to think like Mrs. Buzz now. Her numbers are harder than mine for some reason. I don't know why. I just don't know why. Haven't seen it yet. That was a good one, Keith, but nope. Uh, Use my eyes can't. Hey, Brian. Hopefully 38. Hopefully 38. 280 zone. Check me out. But it looks like Brian got it today. Guys, check me out. There might have been somebody before because I'm half asleep when I do this. Old radio dude got it later. Brian was first. Okay, cool. And so Brian is going back to work. So this is good for you because you're going back to work and you're only at 75%. So you could use this card to, I don't know if you can buy alcohol with it or not, but you might need that before you go to, well, not, don't drive to work and drink your alcohol, but maybe have some when you come home, right? Because it's going to be tough for you that first week back. That's for sure. I don't know what you do, and I'm not going to ask you here, but any job, if you're not 100%, it's tough. It's really tough. You're welcome, Brian. And I'll tell Mrs. Buzz that you got it. Jaden Daniels was Offensive Rookie of the Year and had the Play of the Year. What was the play? I don't remember the Play of the Year. You do have, you don't have a physical job. Well, that's good. That's good. Yeah, that'll help you. Still at 75%, it's not great, but and if you have to go back, you have to go back. Oh, it was a Hail Mary, huh, Pam? I don't remember that one. What game was it? Usually I see excuse me, usually I see the highlights of all these games and I just don't remember that one for some reason. Oh, wait. Uh yeah. I think I do remember that now. I'm thinking Jaden Daniels. I'm talking about Washington then. Yeah, I remember that one. Threw it into the end zone. Um it was like 70, 65 or 70 yards or something versus the Bears. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I did see that one. I think once or twice I did see that one. Well, it's just a shame. Like when you think about the Browns and what they could have had, and it's just so frustrating. Just so frustrating. All I could think about is the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner. He was the Browns general manager, and he would have took that. He would have took that guy. He would have traded because that's what they did. They traded 3 draft picks, number ones, and got that guy. It wasn't with Seattle, but they traded 3 draft picks and they got a loser. And it's exactly like draft day. It's exactly like draft day. Um, I mean, they should have watched the movie and they wouldn't have done it. You don't like the Commander's name though. Well, remember it was just the Washington football team to start with, right? I watched the highlights from the Browns Jacksonville game in 2001 where they were throwing the bottles on the field. Yeah, that was a crazy game. Of course, they stopped doing the bottles after that, I think, if I remember correctly. I think I had a chance to go to that game too. I probably would have been one that got caught throwing one. A lot of these players don't want to live in Cleveland, they want a bigger market. Yeah, that's true too. It depends though. Cleveland's not bad, but I've never been to like the Jets and the Giants and all those. You got the New York and Miami, and you got all these uh, more metropolitan areas where they can do more things. But I never really heard anybody really complaining about the area of all the years I've been watching. Maybe a couple people though. Vicky's missing the football talk. I'm sure she loves that. Brown should have kept Baker. Yeah, Vicky knew it was coming. Commander's name is lame. Needs something. Lets him use. Yeah, that's why I stopped going. Can't throw stuff. Captain Billy, you won last week. Hello from Indianapolis. Hey, David. Yeah, Miles Garrett wants to leave, and now he's got a. He's sending a message to the team that they're not going to be able to win soon. So everybody's kind of PO'd by that, and even Denzel Ward's talking about he might have to look and see what he can do. And if they don't trade him, they're just going to play PO'd, and I don't know. It's we're 4 years, 5 years away again. We're rebuilding again. I it's just tough. It's really tough. It's really tough to be a fan. Mayfield was a great. Miss him. Watson was a dud. Yeah, we should have known about that. I mean, to give up as much as we did for him, that's too bad. Miles Garrett was always out in the community doing good things. Yeah, a lot of them were. One guy that back in the day was Ozzie Newsome. Ozzie Newsome, he would be. I'd drive down the streets in Berea near their training camp. He'd be out just running, um, jogging out in the middle of the street somewhere, and people were waving to him, but they left him alone. And he was a great tight end for Cleveland. And Clay Matthews, a linebacker, he lived in Strongsville. He drove a POS 74 Maverick, I think. I mean, of course, they didn't make as much money as they do now, but I know somebody who went trick or treating to his house, and they said he was the only house that was giving out full size candy bars. So everybody liked to go to his house. No, I couldn't be the coach. Nope. Is Cleveland? No, we're not getting the number one draft pick. I think we're 2 or 3 or 4 or something like that. I don't know. They'll try. They'll trade it away anyway. They'll trade for more picks. That's what they usually do. Vikings to the Super Bowl in 20. Yeah, Vikings could do it. But who's your quarterback going to be? You got that kid that got hurt, right? There just aren't enough NFL quality stars coming out of college, and yeah, it's always tough. You never know. Oh, the Cedar Chest, Helen. Yeah, I got to go watch that. Hey, Jeff, how you doing? The Nick Chubb is one of the classiest players we ever had. He definitely is, but I think his days are numbered. He was very slow. Um, I don't know if I give him one more year to try, but I just don't think it's going to work out for him. He's a step slower, and hopefully maybe another year here he'll get a little better. Um, but that's a tough injury to overcome. Did Newsome play? Yeah, he played at Alabama, I believe. Yes. Eagles have won as many playoff games since as they did in the team's history. I believe that. Um, I just remember they took Carson Wentz, and didn't Carson take him to a Super Bowl or not? Because that was one player that we were thinking about drafting. I think if I remember correctly. Josh Cribbs is great. He's still on TV. You probably see him on Channel 19, Katie. He does that show with his wife. He was really good. NASCAR. I'm not into NASCAR. I've never been to one, so maybe if I went to one, I might be into it more. But just never wanted to. It's like soccer to me, run up and down, kick a ball. NASCAR, drive around a track. Same with the Indy 500. Eh. I must be the odd one out here. No NASCAR for me. Nick Foles filled in for Carson. Oh, that's right. And then, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's with that one play, the Philly special, right? I just saw that the other day. That's when, was that Nick Foles? The Philly special? Is that what I'm thinking? Where they threw it to him in the end zone? Was that the Super Bowl? Pretty sure. Closest to me, Minutes, Kansas. I agree about Chubb. Very sad. Another reason why I hate the Steelers. Yeah. Well, that's football. The show ended a year ago. I just saw him on the other day. Maybe it was on my VCR. Get in the car and take a left. Jeff B. Okay, so we're at an hour already, and I don't like to keep you guys too long, especially if we're talking football because you guys get bored. So those of you who are still awake, um, we will do this again next week. What's the biggest change? Because of COVID, you don't go to church anymore. Uh, I don't think there's, for me and Mrs. Buzz, there hasn't been a big change. Not really a big change that I can think of. All right, Bill. See you, Brian. Yeah, old radio dude hasn't been a big deal for us then or now. Actually, I mean, once it was over, it was just I think everybody just kind of got business to usual, and it wasn't kind of a big deal for us. Would you do it different? No, probably not. Work on getting that beer. Yeah. Hey, Pam. Take care. Hey, Rich. Thank you. All right, Gary. We'll see you. Have fun watching the game if you're going to watch. Work from home and COVID, never went back. That's not bad. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Another Thursday dinner live. Never know. Waiting to order the ball cap. I'm gonna work on that. Um, I'm working on that. Appreciate your advice on retirement. Again, I'm not an advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. So um, I do what I do, and I don't know if it's right or wrong. So I appreciate any comments and suggestions and pointing me in the right direction. Yeah, like the bathroom. Exactly right, AJW. Well, I had to get that electric done. So, all right, Helen, thank you. See you, Lynn. Noreen is. Yes, she is. Take care, Gary. Ooh, the flu's going around, huh? Yeah, 5 years in retirement, best decision ever. Yeah, I was just thinking, my Mrs. Buzz and I were just talking, and with this icy stuff coming down, it's like I don't really care. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to go anywhere, and it's nice. I could wait out the weather. Never had to do that before, or never could do that before. I always had to scrape or drive in the crap, and that's one of the reasons I retired in the September end of September time frame. Um, because winter was coming and driving to Akron and back was a real drag in the wintertime. So, oh, really? That's that hospitals are filled up. All right, we'll see you, Vish. All right, take care, Carl. See you, Jay. A lot of hospitals, and yeah, that's something, Scott, huh? If you aren't watching silver, they say there's a major shortage. I've been buying some silver here and there. I've been picking up some of them coins. Side hustles planned for Tuesday. Okay, repairs rule. If you guys get a chance, check out his channel. He's got some side hustle stuff. He's going to do a live, I think, on Tuesday, which I will be a part of. I'm going to watch. Not a part of, but I'm going to watch. I missed this first one. Assembly line? No, not at all. The assembly line? No, no, no. Nope, don't dream about it. All right, see you, Sherry. See you, old radio dude. Bobby Mosier. Steve K. You just inspired me to put in my retirement paperwork. Don't blame this on me, but it is nice. So, Steve K, good luck to you. Let us know how things work out for you. And get over to Steve's Retirement Corner, his channel, and for Cowbell Tuesday, and tell him you're going to retire so he could ring the cowbell for you. Maybe a part of two. Oh, okay. I've been investing in Beanie Babies. Oh, are they coming back? Really? Oh, I thought the Pokemon. It's funny, the Pokemon cards. I watched Costco, I think. They had those uh, packages of Pokemon cards, and people were just running in there, lining up, and they were just taking arms full and loading their cart with dozens and dozens of boxes, and just amazing. All right, Sunshine, we'll see you. 94 people. Yeah, I just don't want to, get people here too late. Now, we can party all night long, Captain Billy, if you want to. I have no problem with that. You know, if you could sit here and just, look at me all night long, I'm okay with that. I don't have the commercials on, so it works out. There's nothing to interrupt you. That's nice, huh? What is linked to the side gig channel? Oh, that was repairs rule. Repairs with an S rule. Check him out. He's been into trikes and stuff for a long time, building them, assembling them. I think him and his wife. He's got a laser cutter. He builds birdhouses with cameras in them. I've talked to him on the phone at length once, and he gave me a bunch of tips on what to do and how to do certain things, and they all make sense. I mean, he's got a good brain for that kind of stuff. So um, you should listen to him. It's what did he call it? Passive income, where you just set things up and just let them work, and you just collect the money. Now you may not get rich, but at least there's something there. That thank you, Noreen. Repairs rule. There's the link to his YouTube. He's going to do a live. He says on Tuesday. So somehow I missed a notification last time. I haven't been getting notifications, and I've been losing subscribers and stuff. I don't know if YouTube's doing some weird stuff again. Um, every once in a while, I'll hear people complaining that YouTube's doing some crazy stuff. So I'm trying to, just like Steve's Retirement Corner. I missed Cowbell Tuesday. I didn't even see the video post. It just happened that when I was going through my feeds on the TV, I just happened to see the video, and I'm like, what? I mean, I didn't see it. I think we brought it up last Saturday. I never even came across, but I should know on Tuesdays he's going to do it. You sub to Repairs Rule, you might learn something. Yeah, he's a good guy. Hey, Deborah Adams, first time for a live. Well, don't let it be your last. Come back again next Saturday. We might even do one midweek, depending on how I'm feeling. I like to break up the monotony of winter. That one we did Thursday, I was surprised how many people showed up. It was kind of amazing that I thought we'd get maybe 10 or 15 people, and we got quite a few people. I was surprised. All right, we'll see you, Steve K. Used to live in Strongsville. Oh, okay. So you're not too far. I go to Costco in Strongsville. Were you living there when Costco was built? Clark Howard says cancel YouTube and get an antenna. Yeah, I follow Clark Howard too. I get an email from them. Yeah, I get an email from, and I don't read all this stuff, but I'm not going to do an antenna because then you have to buy something to record. The antennas. If you look in our area, Captain Billy, if you look in our area, there's not a lot of good channels. There's a few, but not a lot. I would have showed up Thursday if somebody told me. I know. You just got to be ready. I was going to do a live feed from Menards, but oh, you moved in 1994. Okay. All right. Lived there 8 years. Yeah, it's a booming, booming, booming town now. I'll tell you that. Um, how about the mall? Was the mall around? Because I'll tell you what, it's crazy traffic over there. Just crazy traffic. What's everyone's thoughts on UFO? I did a video on UFOs. Just Mike's take. I did a video. Buy a DVR. Have one for 20 years now. I still got my DVR. Um, I did one. Oh, you stumbled into an accident? I've heard no mail back then, or no mall back then. Okay, yeah, yeah, it's a lot different now. Well, that's progress. No, Mike, just Mike's take. I did a video, and basically, long story short, was we have NASA not far from us, and the metro parks. And NASA, what they did was jet propulsion. So back in the 70s, they did jet propulsion, and we lived about a little ways. We were next to the park, metro parks, and so there's NASA, there's the metro parks, and then there was us. And uh, and I tell this story in a video, but the short version is me and my two brothers were sharing one room in the house, and the curtains were open, the moon was out, so the light was coming down on my brother's bed, and I was over on this side, he's on this side, and we're facing each other talking. And the all of a sudden the light disappeared from the moon. And I thought, well, that's weird, the cloud went over. So I said, what happened? It's getting cloudy now. My brother looked out and he goes, what's that? So we looked and there was a sphere going around and the window was open and there was no sound. Zero. Now we're talking in the early 70s. So it wasn't drones and anything. Nobody knew what a drone was back in the early 70s. No sound. And I ran to get my parents, and my mom woke up, and by the time she came back, it was gone. So I asked my brother, I said, what happened? He said it just rose up a little bit and went back that way, which is towards NASA. So I think a lot of this UFO stuff that you're seeing is all USA government, which gives me a good feeling. And I don't think it's aliens in any way, shape, or form. So that's my story. Yeah, yeah, Eric, we're just taking off now. Thanks for being here. You can still get 35819. Yeah, yeah, I know there's a lot of right, but there you can't get the big news. Yeah, it is. It was interesting, and I can remember like it was yesterday, Mike. I can remember like it was yesterday, and the funny thing is, my brother went into the Air Force and retired Air Force now. And I always try to ask him, hey, what do you think? What do you think? And, I can't remember that. I don't remember it, but I can remember it almost as clear as day. It's amazing. And it had like bluish lights that went around the top. And it was fairly good size. It wasn't some little 2 foot, 3 foot drone. It was good size. And the thing that just absolutely amazed me about it was no sound. Absolutely no sound. So if they had that in the early 70s, think about what they have now. So all these what they call tic tacs you're seeing right now, I'm almost guaranteeing it's not alien. It's definitely hopefully it's USA. Hopefully they kept the propulsion. NASA kept that going and they were successful in making these crafts. And I hope it's not China or something like that because it's either us or China. I mean it's that's the way it's going to be, and we'll never know because they'll never tell us. Metro parks are wonderful. Lake Erie Islands, Cleveland's a great place, except those long winters. Oh yeah, yeah, front row. Yep, I never went to the front row, but Metro parks, man, we lived there when we were young. We lived there, frisbee and drinking and all the things you weren't supposed to do. We were down there all the time. Roku is 4 or more 24/7. Yeah, I was looking at my Roku not long ago because the Big Chuck and Little John channel is on there. 1000% agree with you. Yeah, that's what I really think. Now, is there alien life? I mean, there could be. There could be. I just doubt it. I just don't think it's around here. I really don't. Um, all these years, no proof, just like Bigfoot. I mean, with all the cameras now, you would think that they'd find something, but and maybe there is, but they're keeping it a well kept secret. That's for sure. When was your brother in the Air Force? You retired in '99. Oh God, that's a good question. It was before he just retired. You know what? I don't know. That's sad, isn't it? I don't know. But he went. His home base was Aviano, Italy. He did do Desert Storm, and because I remember when Desert Storm started, I was bowling in a bowling league, and I remember seeing it on TV. I went to his. He was stationed in North Carolina. I'm thinking North or South Carolina, and we got to see him on base not long before he took off. His crew of F-16s, he was an F-16 mechanic, and they had all taken off. Um, yeah, they had taken off. Most of them had taken off, and he was still behind. And then I think a week or two later, he got called in or called over overseas for Desert Storm. Yeah, they're smart enough to stay away. You were Air Force 83 to 2023, retired. Oh, 83 to 2003. Yeah. Uh, yeah, I mean, if you were at Aviano, or I think he spent some time in Japan, but long ago. Um, Aviano was, I think, his longest stay in Italy. I think that was his longest stay. Him and his wife and daughters were there. And then when he retired, he moved near me here, and now he's out west with one of his daughters. Yeah, thank you all to your service for those who have been in. Um, my uncle, when I was 18, you know, my mother was separated from my stepfather, and she passed away. I actually found her passed away on February 27th, 1978. So I had just turned 18 the month previous, and found her passed away. So my uncle, um, who had one child, had to take in three kids, my uncle and aunt. So that was a wake up call for them. And one of the things he tried to get me to do was enlist. And, hindsight, I probably should have, but when you're 18, you know everything. Um, and so you couldn't tell me anything, right? I had a girlfriend, and so what are you going to do, right? What's your favorite thing about retirement? Not going to work. uh, you have the slowest closing door of the garage. I know. I know. I figured I'll wait till it gets down to, maybe 10 people. I don't have anywhere to go. We already ate, so I just don't want to keep people too long. 6 Saturdays and a Sunday. Now, there's so much good about retirement. I mean, it's just the whole thing about, waking up when you want, going to bed when you want, not having to do, and one of the things that for me was the stress, and I brought it up in a couple videos. The best thing about retirement is not having that stress. And when I say stress, just getting up in the morning and picking out what clothes you're going to wear. Is that in the wash, or does this work with this, and what shoes? The decision making process started as soon as you woke up, and then you're going to work. Did you get your wallet? Did you have your phone? And it's just constant, constant, constant thinking about things. And then, of course, you get to work, and you got to do all the things you have to do there. And I was in a situation where, you know, being in HR and being in management at the end there, it got to be kind of tough and stressful. Audits, quality audits, and OSHA audits, and um, just different things that you had to prepare for, and customers, and it just got to a point where it got rough, and I didn't look forward to it anymore. and I just knew that it was time to get out. So the answer would be, for me, the number one best thing about retirement is not having the stress. It's zero for me right now, absolute zero, and that's the way I like it. Have you wanted to go back to work? If I didn't do if I didn't do YouTube, I would probably go back to work, at least part time somewhere. I probably would, just for the extra income, because I don't have a lot of cash. So I would probably do that. YouTube did well for me last year. I don't think it's going to do as well this year, because it depends. You have to do at least 2 to 3 videos a week. And I'm not into that. Some weeks I'm just not into doing 2 or 3 a week. In the summer it might change because I'm outside, I'm active, but in the winter I just don't. Sometimes don't feel like it, or I don't have an idea of what to talk about. So I won't make as much. So I don't know. I could go back to work if somebody would have me. If somebody would have me. As somebody had just commented on one of my videos that there's no work out there. Well, I don't know what state or area you live in, but and it could be you're in a rural area, but I tell you what, everybody's still got a help wanted sign out. So I mean, I get texts from the temp services. I get emails from Indeed that says, "Oh, this will fit into your wheelhouse," and I'm getting that every day. So there's jobs out there. It's just you got to look for them. It's incredibly nice. I have a stressful job, no peace of mind for 40 years. Yeah, Scott, you got to get out, man. Got to get out. Well, when the time is right. You hate doing the morning drive to Menards? Planned well and sharing the playbook. Yeah. You are still here. You're keeping us longer than we want to be. Yo, you aren't. I have a stressful job. You got to get out. Nice to be able to do shopping appointments on. Yeah, that is really nice. I just went to Sam's Club at 1 o'clock instead. I don't go real early, but I went at 1 instead. I usually go around 2:30. And boy, for some reason on Friday it was just empty, and that was good. But you know, and you'll go to the post office or going to do something. We're going to get our passports Monday at the library, and at 2 o'clock. And then we have a lawyer's appointment on Wednesday at 2:15. And it's just nice to be able to do all that stuff during the day and not have to stress about when you can, take time off of work or whatever. Hustle here, hustle there. No stress worrying about money. Yeah, I'm always going to worry about money. I think everybody will. Um, Honey Baked Ham is hiring. You're about right. It's harder than it looks to make good videos. It is. It is. You really got to be I like a master BSer. Now there's some people out there um that it's the subject. Like that one guy sitting with dogs. What's his name? ah, starts with a K, or his last name is K. He gets like 100,000 views, and he's just sitting with dogs in the kennel. Um, and he gets them to come out of their shell, like dogs that look real scared and stuff. Rocky Canera, I think his name is Rocky Canera, and he doesn't really say much. He just sits with the dogs, and he is just so darn popular. He's getting millions of views. And then he takes his money and puts it into the kennels and stuff like that. And he's a really good guy. Um, I haven't seen his videos lately because I've been watching other stuff, but they come across every once in a while, and I'll sit and watch them. And he's just a natural at it. He doesn't really have to say anything. He just sits with these dogs, and they warm up to him, and everybody loves dogs, right? Um, so it works out really good for him. I could work at Menards with Captain Billy. That's right. He could be my boss. That was an interesting bot comment. Where's the bot comment? I missed that. Not going to work. Greatest achievement of work. Yeah. I've seen that dog sitter challenge. Okay. Yeah, some people are good storytellers. Do my bathroom. Yeah, Rocky and the dogs. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's pretty good. Yeah, we'll get the bathroom video. I've been taking a lot of pictures, and we'll put that on somehow. We'll put it on the full time RVers channels. Yeah, there's a lot of them, and they do some pretty good videos, especially when they're traveling around. Um, what's the one I watch sometimes? Living with Geezer or something like that. I don't know, but I follow him once in a while and see what he's up to. Um, or Life with Geezer or something like that. I don't see too many of them because right now, like especially on my with the bathroom remodel, I'm looking at like right now the faucet because I've got the old faucets, right? They're separated, and everybody's got the central where the valve goes this way and this way to turn it off and on. So I have to repipe that or get the plumber to do it. I saw wasn't Menards Captain Billy, but at Home Depot it's like $80 for the Moen thing. It's Moen, the Moen. And everybody's using this PEX stuff, and I don't want to get into that. I just want to use my copper and just braze it on there, solder it on there, and be done with it. But everyone's talking, well, you got to use the PEX, and I'm like, nah, I don't think so. I'm old school. But I've taken pictures of it, so we'll see. I thought I was going to live in an RV. Then I watched a bunch of RV and van life channels and changed my mind. I like the behavior panel about body language. I never heard about that. Buzz's broken bathroom. That's true. The old lady talking about her piddle pad. I don't think so. Yeah, my wife actually, they had a Winnebago. When they were in the 70s and early 80s, they had a Winnebago and they went all over the United States in it. Um, they enjoyed it. They seem to enjoy it. She talks about it quite a bit, and we have a lot of video and 35 millimeter slides from their trips. And of course, you're going out into Utah or somewhere, and it's like 75 slides or look like the same hill in Utah. So we we were going to convert some of that to a DVD, and it's like, man, is this a duplicate? No, it's got a rock over here where this one doesn't have a rock, and it's like, how about we don't do this? But yeah, back in the day, they took pictures of everything. I have a converted cargo trailer to get me on my route. Oh, okay. New homes being built with PEX lines, and I got to wonder long term how. Yeah, I don't know. And maybe it's great. Maybe it's fine. But like I was when I have to do a water heater, so I got a quote 50-gallon gas for $1,800 to have it installed. And then I was looking online, and that's how I got into this conversation because I'm watching videos about how to do this, how to do that. And one of the things they did was they just had a line, cold water and hot water side, had the valve already. You can just buy it. And it had a PEX, and you just run it to the copper and snap it in. It's not even the kind where you crimp it. Maybe that's not PEX. Maybe it's something else. You're just putting the two together, and you don't crimp it or anything. And I'm like, seriously? So you've got 60 psi running through this thing, and when the water heater heats up, the psi even goes higher, and you've got this. You're just connecting it like this. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. We have the Super 8 millimeter movie, same thing. Yeah, I was lucky because my aunt had a bunch of 8 millimeter Super 8s, and I did transfer them over, and it cost me $600. Um, it was not cheap, but she had like eight or nine reels, and had a guy transfer them over. And I tell you what, it was the best $600 I spent. That's a couple years ago, just to be able to see on DVD, see the us as we were. I think I was probably 8 or 9 years old. there's no sound, but it was still pretty cool. And so yeah, it's expensive, but I tell you what, if you want to, you're a history nut like I am, and want to see the old family stuff, it's worth it. Shark bites, okay, yeah, it's shark bite. You're right, 280 zone. Faucets off eBay. Yeah, they told me one of the videos said one of the videos, my new home's being built with PEX. Yeah, one of the videos said not to get it from Home Depot or any of those stores, to get it from a supply house. So we have a Wolf Brothers supply near us, and I was looking on their catalog. But I think I'm just going to snap pictures and send it over to the plumber and see what he recommends, because they do that for a living. So he probably know better than me. I'm going to do this once and do it right. Um, so I've already done some electrical stuff. Had the plumber out once. Now I got to get this done. But I should be drywalling. Possibly Monday or Tuesday. I should be drywalling. So the PEX did okay. The copper busted. Theo, really? You had a combination of PEX and copper. Oh, when it froze. Ah, yeah. Well, hopefully that won't happen in my house. The cabin, I could see where that might happen. Jim Morrison, love it. Also invest talk today. Well, I appreciate that, Jim. I appreciate you guys stopping by and doing this, and watching these videos. That helps me. And if you could all send me $1 million, I'd really appreciate it too. Especially you, Captain Billy. Working at Menards, you can probably afford it. Peck stretches a little. Yeah, that may be true. It looks like it's pretty thick plastic, right? I mean, I saw it at Home Depot. It was pretty thick. And it does bend a little bit, but it can crimp, right? I saw a video about that where you got to be careful not to crimp it. I think the PEX is fine. I think it's the connectors that I would worry about. What's the plumbing material they say don't use anymore and remove? That is some kind of that was some kind of plastic. Some kind of plastic that was going bad. I don't remember the name of it. No, not asbestos. It was it's like there's schedule 40, then there's the green PVC. It's a PVC that was getting brittle, I think, or something like that. Or was it the black stuff? I don't remember. Or ABS. One of them, yeah, one of them was they either don't sell it anymore or they suggest you don't use it. I don't even think they sell it anymore. ABS, yeah, it could be. That could be it. ABS. Limburger cheese, that might have been it too. 98 likes and 98 people. That's pretty good. Blue poly. Melissa, you think it was blue poly? Hmm. Flow guard gold plastic piping. God, I've never heard of that. Oh, butylene. They come up with all these good answers because butylene, I remember that too. And I just don't know which one. I hate to say the wrong one because I don't want to give a bad rating to something and be wrong about it. But the butylene sounds familiar. ABS sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Blue Polly was my third grade teacher. That's right. That's, Captain Billy, that's the best one you had today. That's the best one you've had today. I can imagine her. Got the old ruler out, busting you on your knuckles. All right, guys, it's been an hour and a half. So I appreciate you, 102 people that have stuck around or joined us. Um, if it wasn't for Captain Billy and the rest, what would we do, right? But I'm going to get out of here now. My butt's getting sore sitting on my telescope chair. Hey, if you're out there, I mean, yesterday I saw all the planets. You got Venus, Saturn, or Jupiter. Saturn was over here. Jupiter, Venus, and Captain Billy. I think Uranus is up there too. So we'll see you guys, and hopefully we'll get the polybutylene pipes should be removed from homes. Okay, so it's so we are close about polybutylene. Okay, right. Okay, in the mobile homes. All right. Yeah, Theo. Yesterday I saw it, and I was gonna bring the scope out, but it's still like 20 degrees, and I don't know, I'm getting soft in my old age. 20 degrees was nothing when I was young. Now it's like, what's the temperature? So we'll see you guys. Um, yeah, we'll see you guys next Saturday. I appreciate you guys being here. It's been great that you actually join, and we get to have these conversations. I think we've got I've said it before, we've got a great group of people here, and more joining, and it's super nice. And you moderators, thank you for helping me out, um, keeping the peace, keeping out the crazy stuff. So I appreciate that too. And Brian, we will get you your gift card if you're still here. I know you got to work soon, but if you send me your email, I think you won a ways back, and I might still have your email, but I always like to get the new email. Angela Land, maybe we should stick around another hour, huh? I think Captain Billy would go for that. We can also do a private chat. Usually that costs me money, though. Captain Billy, right? So, anyway, leave it for real. You psyched me out with the first goodbye. Yeah. Yeah, Brian, just email me again. So I just make sure I have your uh, correct email, because some people change them. A lot of people don't, but I just don't want to I want to make sure that we have a correct contact and everything. So, um, all right, we are seriously going to sign off now, and I'll see you next Saturday. God willing. Take care. Bye.